My name's Ron Dixon.
Okay.
Wayne Bailey.
Wayne Bailey, okay. And tell me about this trucking program. Well, first of all, I guess the main thing is, when does it start?
The first day of class will be February the 20th, which is next Monday.
Oh, okay. I assume it's already booked then.
It is booked.
How many students?
We're looking anywhere from 5 to 7 students in this first class.
All right.
We're still kind of working that out.
How many have you had more than that sign up? I imagine there was.
We have.
Is there kind of a backlog right now?
There is a wait list. There is.
How long is your waiting list?
I don't really want to speak on the exact numbers, but the last we looked in January, there were somewhere in the neighborhood of close to 40 people
Wow.
on the list.
Okay.
And we'll take in 8 students at a time. If,
Okay. So you're going to just have one class at a time?
Yes.
How long does the class last?
Last 37 days.
Oh, well, that's pretty short then. Yep. So you can come in 37 days later. You're ready for the road.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Well, I think one of the things that a lot of people need to know about is what do you have to have prepared before you can come into this class? You can't just walk in. You got to have some stuff taken care of first, right?
Right.
You gotta have your CDL permit. Got to have medical certification by registered doctor, FMCSA doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a regular physical is what it is, but it has to be through a certified FMCSA doctor.
Mm-hmm.
That's, other than a permit, that's pretty much
And
it.
do you guys do like
Coming into the class.
drug testing and all that stuff too?
Yes,
We do that
there
too.
is a drug test.
Yeah.
Somewhere in the 30-day window before class starts, before the first day of class,
Yeah.
there'll be a drug test. Just like going to a job.
Right.
We're getting you ready for work here,
Yeah.
so we're going to ahead and start that process and
Okay.
everything too.
So 37 days. How many hours a day?
6.5.
So just kind of walk me through what do you learn, or how do you teach truck driving?
I'm sorry, that's 6 hours a day.
6 hours a day.
6 hours a day. So we're using the J.J. Keller handbook. The instructors will both have
It has a lot of information. Anything
Yes.
to do with the truck is
Yeah.
in here. We'll be using that, like he said,
Uh-huh.
which teaches, safe following distance, safe speeds.
Kind of like rules of the road
Right,
type stuff.
right.
I guess your all's rules of the road are a little more detailed than regular drivers because you guys are
Absolutely.
carrying a big payload.
Absolutely.
How long does it take for you to get on the road?
So we're going to spend 3 weeks in the class.
Uh-huh.
We're going to cover 30 chapters, so there'll be 2 chapters a day. And then the 4th week, we will start out on the biking course. It's down to it's behind the campus here. And we'll show you that before we leave,
Okay.
or whatever. But then we're going to start on the biking course. So week 4 through 4, 5, 6, 7, and then the remainder 2 days will be spent on the biking course and driving around public roads and highways. You'll
Like-
see us around Rogersville.
Oh, okay. Do you have a big giant student driver sign on your truck?
We're working on
We're
that.
working on that.
Are you going to be pulling a trailer too?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
So they're getting the full experience.
Yes.
Yep.
We have 2 Freightliner Cascadias. They're 2019. Both the trucks are 400,000 miles or less, which is in great condition for a truck. And we've got 2 53-foot dry vans that will pull behind those. Eventually, those trucks and trailers will be wrapped and have the TCAT logo and student driver, but we're still scheduling that. So.
Okay.
We want them to know that they can come here and, Ryan, 23, 24-year driver. I got 31 years as a driver. We're going to teach them the correct way, the safe way. It's not going to be one of these fly-by-night schools. You come in here 2 weeks later, you got a CDL, but you ain't got no clue what to do with it. We're going to teach them how to drive a truck the safe way, the correct way, and try to place them with a job as best we can. And you can look around. Ryan has done a lot of this. Have to give him credit on that. we've got different companies that we've been talking to for what, 2 months, 3 months?
That's what I was going to ask you. When they get their certificate, you know, how do they proceed then?
Well, like I say, we've got the different information on these companies, and we kindly see what the student what they're looking for, whether it be tanker, flatbed, van, whatever, and then we can kindly point them in which direction, you know, what company they would like. You know, of course, all your companies is different. Some stays out 2 weeks at a time, some home every weekend. All depends on what the student is kind of looking for.
So are you both teaching a separate class, or
Both together. No,
Together?
We're both teaching this class. We're going to tag team this.
Yep.
Like Billy said, you know, or Wayne said, I call him Billy. So,
That's all right. We can cut that part out.
but like he said, you know, between the both of us, there's 54 years of over-the-road experience, combined 7 million miles.
Wow, that's to Mars and back.
right. So, and we just want everybody to know that you know, you can come here and start a career. This is not just a job. This is a career. We're going to teach them the right way to do things. We want everybody to enjoy their time here, have as much fun as you can, but also understand that this is about getting you placed with a job and in a career. And we want to hear from our students after they graduate and hear those, you know, good reports of, hey man, I love my job, and I'm with so-and-so, or I'm in Arkansas, or I'm in California, or cause just us being truck drivers, we just love that type of stuff.
Did you guys go coast to coast?
Yep.
We did.
Wow.
And something I want to add to that, not trying to throw any other schools under the bus or nothing like that. I mean, we've got some great schools around here. We had a guy came in here 2-3 weeks ago. He had went through a school, could not get a job, and he didn't go through our school. Ryan didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do it. We dug. Ryan got the guy a job. I mean, next day. He came in here and seen us. I mean, he was ready to give up.
Yeah.
Here he was with his CDL, went through school, paid his money, had his CDL ready to go work. No way to hurry. Again, that was one of those schools that get you in and get you out. 40, 45 hours.
Well, this is you guys are part of a state system.
Yeah,
though,
we're held a lot higher
That
standards
was a
than the
school
others.
outside of the state system. That was a school locally here that's in another county even. But,
Okay.
But and I, you know, they're doing what they do, which is run people through the school, get them a license, and then it's goodbye.
Yeah.
Good luck. We want our students to know, when you come here, we're going to go above and beyond to place you with a company.
Okay.
And if you come here and you already have a CDL, come by and say hi, and you're looking for a job, I'll help you.
There's a big shortage of truckers in this country, isn't there?
Yeah.
So there's lots of people looking for.
Yeah.
And we have as much as 30 recruiters ready and willing to put people to work. So.
Well, 8 students at a time. Did you say how many? 37 days.
37
So how many
days.
classes can you do in a year?
We can do 6 classes in a year. This year's going to be different because we're starting in the middle of the trimester. So we're going to have 5 this first year, but then every year after that, 6. And we want to grow this thing. I'd love to see Hawkins County have 2 or 3 classes of truck drivers every year, you know, up to about 18 classes a year. And maybe even grow it to another building. So we've got a trucking building standing alone. That's my vision. Of course, I've got lofty goals.
Yeah.
I've been told that. But
That's about 50 students a year. Then sounds like.
Yeah. So 50 students a year starting out. But I'd love to see it grow. I'd love to see it grow, and I'm going to put everything I can into it.
The class size is 8. Is there a reason why it's so small?
So the reason it's so small is because when we get out to the trucks, we've got 2 trucks. Those trucks will allow 4 students and an instructor.
Yep.
And we can only legally have 4 students in the truck with an instructor at the same time.
Okay.
So he'll be in a truck, I'll be in a truck. We just got to stay within those parameters.
Okay, that makes sense.
Also, too, if he's got 4 and I've got 4, it gives us more hands-on and dealing with, say if one has a specific problem, or, say we're backing, he can, whether if we had, say, 8 apiece, you're not gonna be able to help that one that's having that problem as much as you would if you had 4.
Right. More hands-on.
Don't get me wrong, we
instruction,
would
yeah.
love for it to grow. We'd love to have another couple instructors and maybe run a night class or say evening class.
Right.
Like he said, we want it to grow.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'd just like to thank everybody in the community that's welcomed us and helped us, from the Phipps Bend Industrial Board to our co-workers at TCAT, Morristown, Hawkins County, and just say, hey, we're ready for students, and let's get rolling.
Is the second class already filled up, or has that been decided who's in that class yet, or the date it starts?
That will, so enrollment with this class is a little bit different than the other classes. It's more of a fluid thing, and it happens just as we get into the 3rd week with our students here, we'll be enrolling that second class. So, and we'll be just going down the list and, first come, first serve type of situation.
When does the second class start?
The second class will start first week of May. My calendar's over there, Billy.
I guess.
May the 3rd or the 4th, I think.
I guess, would you advise people interested in this that aren't already on the list, they need to get on the list?
Yes, absolutely. If you're not on the list already, get on the list.
Now, do you have to have your permit and all that other stuff to be on the list?
You don't have to have your permit to be on the list, but permit is necessary before the first day of
Okay,
class.
so if you get on the list, you're not in this class, but you got time to get your stuff done.
And anyone can look us up on the FMCSA website as a training provider for Class A theory and behind the wheel training. And they can look us up. My email is linked to that website.
Okay.
I'll give you that information
Okay.
so you can point them that way.
Okay.
And they can email me directly. I'll work with, which is what I've been doing with these students that are coming in here. I've been working with them, sending them links to help them get ready to take their permit test, and that's kind of.
Also, something else, what TCAT is wanting to do, and actually we're kind of working on that process a little bit now, is me and him will be trained examiners. In other words, we'll do the whole process right here. Once we get done with them here, they've got a CDL license in hand, they can go to work. We've got to do a little more, a few more things to get all that put in place, but we're working on it, and hopefully.
So you'll train them up, and then you can actually issue the permit. You give them the test and everything.
We'll
be
issue
given
the Class A
and
license.
All they'll have to do
License.
when they get done here is take the paperwork to the DMV, and DMV prints them out a license, and they're ready to go.
This first class, can they do that?
No,
we're not examiners yet.
Okay.
We have to be certified examiners,
Yeah.
and there's a process of that. That may be a year or so down the road,
Okay.
but that's kind of what we're working towards.
Okay. Now, just out of curiosity, a starting entry-level truck driver right out of school, what are they gonna be making?
Depending on the job, where they run, what they haul, it's anywhere from 50, 60, 70,000 a year. Could be more than that, like I say, depends on who they're with and what their areas is they're running.
And the data shows that a 3rd-year driver, say you got your license this year, and in 2026, you should be in the neighborhood of about $80,000 to $85,000, as long as you've done your due diligence, been a good employee. You know what I'm saying? Kept a safe driving record.
Right.
So there's other things that factor into that, but it's possible to make $80,000 to $85,000 your 3rd year out of school.
Are you working all the time though? Is you constantly on the road?
And you're gonna work 50 to 60 hours.
Yeah.
Some of that you're gonna, if you get in up above $100,000, you're gonna be putting in a 60 to 65 hour week every week.
Okay.
But the trade-off to that is, that's good money. In East Tennessee,
Yeah.
that's great money.
Yeah.
So if you live around here, you can raise a family with that.
Oh, yeah.
I've raised 6 children, and so
Yeah.
and Wayne can attest to that too. He's got, I think, 3 children that he's raised, and I mean it's a good career, and it's definitely one of the better paying careers for just a 37-day investment in yourself. I tell these students, this is an investment in yourself.
Yeah.
You spend this money to come in here. We're right around $2,007 for the course.
Right.
And you spend 37 days in here, and then your first 3 weeks out of here, you've got your money back. Just look at your other careers. There's not a lot of careers that you can say that. If you go to a 4-year bachelor degree, how long does it take you to recoup your money?
These
that you
days,
spent
a
in
lifetime.
college? Right. So, and that's one of our selling points. We don't want them leaving here with debt. We don't want them leaving here unemployed, and all that. So,
And to go along with what he said, I've met many of them out on the road. I'm sure Ryan has too. People that's went to school to be doctors, nurses, lawyers. They're driving trucks.
yeah.
Because they make a steadier flow of money, and they don't have all that debt to pay back
Right.
on those student loans.
Yeah.